It's not just mine, his or her house. This is our house.
Hi, everyone. My name is Tyrone Lowe. The show is called The Legends. And I want to thank everybody all over the world that actually subscribes to my show and show me love. Because like I always said, without you guys, there wouldn't be no legends. In the house of the legends, he's from Yonkers. He's a rapper. I met him here at the studio. He revived very nicely. And I said, I got to get him on my show. So in the house of the legends, I bring you Distruck. What's going on, man?
Thanks for having me, brother.
How you feeling, man?
I'm great. How are you?
Hey, man. I'm breathing. We're breathing.
Facts.
So let's talk about you from the beginning, man. As a kid, how was it for you as growing up as a child?
A lot of tough times, seen a lot of stuff that kids shouldn't see.
Right.
Living in the projects and all that, the drug dealing, the shootings, all the fights over gambling, all that.
Right.
Crazy. Just
Did it give you any common defects for growing up, things like that?
not really. I just learned early on it had to be tough out here. Like nobody cares about what you're going through or whatever. Like you gotta push through it.
Right. So did it cause you to be in like a negative force towards things or a positive force in your
I
life?
learned to just take things for how it is. Like, I judge people based on how they are. Like, I'm not one way or the other. Like, whatever I'm dealing with at the time, I can adjust to it.
Okay. And due to the fact that all that negativity was going on, you didn't feed into any of that to the point
No.
where...
No, because I always saw the end game. I always skip to the end when I see something like the consequences of that.
So that was your common defense?
Exactly, and I was able to avoid a lot of trouble thinking that way.
Okay.
Because I always saw where that path ended up.
Okay. And beyond that, how was your atmospheric conditions as far as dealing with people that would actually keep you positive?
Well, I found solace in music.
Okay.
That was my safe haven.
Okay.
Between that and sports,
Okay.
early on. Like I was a heavy athlete when I was younger.
So let's talk about the music thing. How did
Yeah.
you actually gravitate that in your life to the point where you say, well, I could sustain my energy through that?
Well, it started off as me venting. I had a lot of frustration inside of me, and that's how I got it out through rapping. A lot of frustration, a lot of aggressive lyrics, and over time it developed into an actual talent.
Okay.
But at first it was just me just venting.
Okay.
And that's where my name Distruck comes from. I used to keep a lot of things bottled in. And my father would always tell me, if you don't speak, if you don't talk about what's going on inside you, one day you're gonna snap, you're gonna explode, and you're gonna end up in jail.
Okay.
So that's why I came up with the name Distruct. And it's also a metaphor for how dangerous I am as an MC.
Okay. Due to the fact with the music thing, who were you listening to back in those days before you actually said to myself, this is what I really want to do?
Well, when I really wanted to do this for myself, my first inspiration was Onyx.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, I resonated with their anger, like all that. I identify with that anger and all that. So that's the group that made me want to do it. But before that, though, I listened to Rakim, Kane, Run DMC, and all of that. But when I wanted to really do it for myself,
Right.
it was Onyx. They started it for me.
How was the actual feedback from your production from other people?
For the most part, it's pretty positive.
Okay.
For the most part, yeah.
And a lot of them could actually identify what you was going through that common era. Am I
Right.
correct?
Right, exactly.
Okay. Were you writing your stuff at
I
the
write
time?
everything.
Okay.
We don't do ghosties around here. We don't do that. Respectfully, whoever I know, some people, everybody don't have that talent to write.
Right.
But that's just something I always stood on. Like,
Okay.
you got to be your pen saying what you're saying.
Right. So I want to shout out to your producer. He's in the studio.
Shout out to Grand Season
let's give him a
Veg.
hand. Let's give him a
Shout
hand,
out to Grand Season Lee and Veg. My bro and sis controlling this.
It's good to have good people around you, man, especially in this thing called music.
Right.
It takes you away from it takes you to a reality that you really want to be at. You know, so this is actually a way out for you to say, well, hey, I'm going to take this channel. Am I correct?
That's facts. If it wasn't for music, there's no telling where I would have ended up.
How were you actually? What was going through your mind when you actually got in the booth, man, for the very first time?
Well, when I first got in the booth, it's not like now when anybody can get in the booth.
Right. Okay.
When I was coming up, you had to go through the old mill first. You had to
define that, man.
Like you had to get respected first. First, you
Okay.
come out, you test the waters, you spit your rhymes, get the feedback from the people. Then they feeling you, they spread the word around about you, get in a few battles or whatever. But it wasn't just studio like that.
Right.
I didn't get into a studio until maybe 6 years after I started rapping.
Really?
My first time in the booth.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
That's just what it was. It just wasn't easy to get into like that, the way it is now.
So you just had a concept of a library of life experiences and stuff, and it all bottled up into one common denominator. Am I correct?
Right.
If you had to do something else in your life back in those days, what would you actually do to do it all over again?
What I would get certain people out of my circle earlier
Okay.
because I was naive to a lot. I really felt like the people around me like really cared about me, had my best interests. But if we going after the same thing, it's gonna get a little chippy, especially if one person don't get the same opportunity you get. And I ran into that a lot.
Right.
But because of my rapport with them, because of the history, I let a lot slide that I shouldn't have. And if I could go back and do it over again, I would cut people off quicker.
Okay.
Once they show me who they are, you got to go over there. And you got to stay over there.
You know, this thing called hip hop, you know, what would you actually define it as? Right now?
Oxygen. This is my air, man. This is the life force. The reason why I'm still here.
Okay.
It's bigger than just the music. It's this culture saved my life.
Okay. And that's cool,
You know,
man, because
always
you have
have
something to
respect
look
for it.
forward to and stuff. You know, you have children?
I have a son.
Okay. And how is he really, you know, as far as you're concerned, as being a dad, is he adapting to you to the sense of your way, of your life, the way that you're living right now?
Yeah, I'm proud to raise he's a grown man now.
Okay.
I raised him from the time he was 3-4 years old.
Wow. Did you ever did you reflect back on some of your situations from back in the days to him, or is it
Yeah,
something
like
that
give him
he
those
actually
life lessons, yes,
Right.
definitely. To keep
Okay.
him on the straight path.
Okay. So besides just doing the music, are you going to be producing as well, or other artists?
I'm too active as an artist right now.
Right.
I do want to do that.
Okay. Yeah, futuristic.
But I want to be able to give them my attention the way they need it.
Okay.
In order for me to do that. Me as an artist right now,
Right.
I don't want to give them half of my attention.
Right. Okay.
But that's something definitely I want to
Okay, that's cool.
I want to do moving in the near future.
And you're also an actor as well.
Yes, sir.
And let's talk about the fundamentals of how you got started with that.
Well, being an artist is not too much different from being an actor for me.
Okay. Okay.
Because you got to bear certain type of emotions, especially when you're writing different type of songs. And for some reason, acting is easy for me to do. Like, because when I watch movies, I watch them two different ways, as a
Right.
fan and as a student. So when I'm watching, especially movies I really like, and I see a lot, certain scenes, like the scene from Juice, like with Pac,
Right.
like the scene from Baby Boy with Melvin and Jody, like certain things like that, I can do those
You're
scenes.
going old school. You're going old school.
I can execute those scenes like I was them instead of like I was in that role.
Okay. How about soundtracks for movies and things of that? Have you ever been anointed with that?
I've had one so far on Tubi called Dysfunctional Ways. It's on Tubi. I got placements. It's my first placements I've ever had.
Okay.
I got some coming up too.
Oh, that's
I'm just
cool.
waiting to hear back.
So what we're going to do is we're going to take a little break, and we'll be right back. So y'all guys stay tuned. We'll be right back.
It's not just mine, his or her house. This is our house.
We got some fun people in the house tonight. And we're back. Show is called The Legends. And the House of the Legends, we have Distruct in the house. You know, it's interesting to hear that you actually went through a pattern of life and you rose on it, you know, and things like that. And what would you say today as far as the dynamics of how people are living today compared to the way that you were living then? Is it the same way, or is it something a little
It's
bit
not
different?
too much different. It's just
done in a whole different
it's just
way.
the guidance now. There's no authoritative figures no more. Like, you know, we had the older people.
Right.
Now it's like the people that are supposed to be older, they in the clubs with the kids. They young-minded. So it's not. They can't pass that knowledge on. Plus, some of these kids, they don't want to hear what the older people are talking about. The disrespect level of the age groups is at an all-time high.
Okay.
So it's just gotten worse as far as that. Like, passing on that knowledge from the old to the young, that's almost extinct.
Okay. The message in your music right now, is it giving the kids an incentive of how things are supposed to be? Are you giving them a message right now?
Well, usually with my music, my thing is, because of the landscape of music, is low on talent and very high on social media presence.
Okay.
So if you got a social media presence, it doesn't matter if you're good or not. I'm trying to change that narrative because I come from the era of talent and originality. So that's what I preach through my music. I don't sound like these dudes, no disrespect to them, but
Right.
this is me. Over here, I give an alternative to what's forced on people.
Okay.
So that's basically what I do. I don't say it, I just show by example.
Okay.
You don't have to do what they're doing.
Right.
If
You're
you're
authentic
strong,
in your own
if
sense.
you're strong and you're talented, just get in front of the right people that's looking for that,
Right.
and you'll be fine.
What would you say? Why would you feel that you're a little bit more authentic than the average artist right now? Why do you feel that way?
Because that's the way I was raised in hip hop. I came up when you had to be your own person. No matter how good you were, if you sounded like another person, you had a problem. Like, you had a
Okay.
problem.
All right.
They would see you at your show.
Right. Right.
You biting.
Right. Right.
It's a problem.
Okay.
You had to be good and you had to be original.
All right.
And I kept that.
Okay. Let's talk about some of the shows that you've done. Where have you actually performed at?
Too many to name. I've been
Well,
all over New York.
Well,
all
let's talk
over
about
the
a little bit of
cities.
them. Let's talk about some of them.
I've been in the Club Pyramid. I've been in Club Float. I've been in
A lot of them. huh?
all over. Yeah, all over Brooklyn, Queens, Bronx, all the boroughs I've performed at.
Okay. What did you think out of all of that was your best performance?
I don't have really a best performance. I'm still chasing that.
You're still
actually.
chasing that?
Yeah. I haven't had one yet.
What I like about you, you're so real, man. And, compared to a lot of people that I've actually interviewed, some of them is like this and some of them is like that, but you're kind of real, man. You're keeping it real.
I try to be, man.
The upcoming artists that's coming up right now, they could be acting, they could be dancing, things of that nature, man. What would you actually say to them right now to keep them balanced through this thing called production?
Regardless of what you're trying to do, stay humble, stay trying to get better. Don't start thinking you can't get any better, no one can tell you anything. There's always something to learn. There's always room for improvement, no matter how good you are, no matter how good people say you are. Just stay humble, stay after it.
Some people can't take criticism. Have you taken that to the point where criticism...
Early on, no, we all sensitive, you know that. Artists is the most sensitive people on earth, you know that.
But did
over
you-
time, I've learned,
Right.
if it
learn
makes
from
sense.
that.
I'm not
Yeah.
trying to hear nothing from everybody.
Okay.
Some people should leave their opinions in their heads.
Right.
Everybody shouldn't have an opinion. You know how to say everyone has, no, some people should be quiet. Don't know what you're talking about, but you want to say so much.
Right,
But if
right.
it makes sense,
Yeah.
even if I might not like it at first, I'll think about it. If it makes sense, I'll take it into consideration. Yeah.
And you learn from it as well.
Right. But early on, someone say anything, I'm barking.
You're going to destruct,
I'm
right?
barking. Get out of here. Who you talking about? I was telling my bro Veg the other day, he's like
Yeah.
one of the few people that I listened to.
Right, right.
And I told him, I'm like, if you was anybody else, I would have kicked you out the studio. But he started cracking up. But I was like that back then. I was hot-headed. But
Yeah, but then,
I
homie,
matured.
after you smoothed out and you get a little bit of time in there, you
Right.
get to see the ingredients
Right.
of what's going on. You know, let's talk about some upcoming things that you're about to get into. Let's tell the viewers about that. You know.
Oh, well, first off, the past year has been busy for me.
Okay.
Since July 2025, I dropped a series of EPs with my bro group, Vague. Grind season, you know, we doing that. We got the EPs called the Triple Stack.
Okay.
It's a series of 3-track EPs.
Okay.
We went from 1, we already got 4 out. The 5th one is coming out in August.
And what's the energy behind them?
It's just us being us. We creating our own culture within the culture. We don't sound like nobody that's out from the past or present. It's just not money motivated. It's
Right.
just us doing what we love to do.
Would it be simply underground in a sense?
It's in between. We got some radio friendly songs as well, but it ain't too underground. It ain't too mainstream. It's like a nice mixture, and we have a God-given like chemistry.
Right, right.
It's like I can't explain it. Like it's just since we started doing music together, it just blends perfectly. It's like you would think we created together. We don't even be in the same room when we write our verses.
It's like an Ashford and Simpson sort of thing. They
It's crazy. You would think we'd be like we are writing.
Right.
We get on the phone, yo, this is what we doing, blah.
That's it.
Go in the studio, lay it down.
Would you consider your music gangster?
No.
Okay, what would you consider it as? Would you
It's
put,
just
if you had to
hip
put a
hop. It's
label on
just
it?
urban.
Okay.
I want to say gangster, but it got that vibe to it, but it
Okay.
ain't completely that.
Oh, okay.
It's a mixture. Everybody at different walks of life could rock with it, because it's like if you're a fan of originality and talent, you shouldn't have a problem with what we do.
Oh, okay, that's
Because
cool.
we're both of those things. Original, we don't sound like each other. We don't sound like no one else. And his tracks, his beats are crazy. We talking crazy over these beats.
I hear
The
you.
song structure too. We know how to make music. That's the other thing too. A lot of guys can rap. They don't know how to make songs.
Right, right, right.
And when you get in the music industry, regardless of how good you rap, you got to know how to make music. And that's what a lot of dudes fall at.
Let's talk about the fundamental of the music industry, the business of it. Have you actually encountered that to the point of what you do as well?
It kind of turns me off to it a little bit, the industry side, because it's not about talent.
Okay.
Not really. It's about some other stuff that has nothing to do with it. Like, and it kind of like when I meet industry people, it kind of turns me off to wanting to do music a lot of the time, because it's like unfair business. I understand if the artist is not coming, if they're coming in bringing nothing to the table, yeah,
Right.
I understand that. But I'm not that guy. I don't need much. All I really need is distribution and promotion. I can take it from there. I could get my own beats.
Right.
I can get my own studio, and I write my own songs. So it could be a partnership, but they don't want that. It's like they want to own the artist. They want to be above the artist.
Right.
They want the artist in debt. That's the one thing I don't like about it. And it's like, it's so normal. They try to say, oh, this is how it is. It shouldn't
Right.
be like that, though. Not for everyone. That's how I feel about it.
How would you judge your artist as just on a monetary type of way to produce to a person that just has an actual passion?
Say it again. Sorry about it.
How would you judge a person that's actually an artist? How would you see them? Well, some of them put it like this. Some of it isn't for the monetary terms of it,
Right.
and some of them in for the passion of it.
Right.
Can you tell the difference in that artist?
Yes, because you can hear it through the
Okay.
music. You can hear it right away. Oh, this dude, he just here because he's trying to get likes, or because it looked good.
Right.
There's a lot of influencers that do music. And you can tell right away, this dude, he's just here because he got a lot of followers and they said he was dope, so now he think he's dope.
Okay.
But you
And-
can always tell when somebody doesn't love it.
And my way of actually judging them is because they don't go back to day one when they really wanted it.
Right.
They lose their whole persona as soon as somebody put $100,000 in their hand. And next thing you know, their whole characteristics just transform into whatever. And then they are so lost out, you know. and things of that. You know, I always tell artists, man, because I record a lot of artists, and I always tell them, even if they're not good enough, you know, keep it on day one when you really wanted it.
Right.
You know, don't let the monetary terms turn you into who you not really is, you know, because it just turns you to another person, man.
Right.
And then your whole thing as far as being a performer just changes,
Right.
you know, and stuff. So let's talk about who you want to shout out to, man, because I know you got some people you want to shout out to.
Again, shout out to the whole Grind Season team.
Okay.
Shout out to Showtime TV. Shout out to me. I mean, I've been working hard this year, so shout out to me. I'm really proud of myself. This is the hardest I've worked since I've been doing music.
Okay. Well, what we're going to do is, you know, it's been a pleasure having you on the show, man.
Thank you.
And come again.
I'll definitely be back.
You know. What we're going to do is we're going to do a live performance with you on the show. I want you to check him out. And I want you to go out there and get his stuff, you know, listen to him, support him. Because all of us artists, we need to be supported, you know, and stuff, you know. And anything else you want the viewers to know before we end this?
All right. I'm going to go through the discs. I'm going to go through the discography for the year. All right. We got Triple Stack 1, Triple Stack 2, 3, and 4. They all out, all platforms. I got distribution through Virgin Music. My solo album, All Hail the Explosive One. 10 tracks, no features, just me. That's out. We got the Avatar Carlito coming out
Okay.
July 3rd, and then August, Triple Stack 5.
Are you shooting music videos now?
Yeah, me and Veg gonna be in the streets. You might see us out here. We're going crazy with those videos. So if you see us with the camera, mind your business. That's what we doing. We getting our video on. But I got another project with my bro from Yonkers, Critter Make. He put 12 of the illest MCs from the 914 together called The Disciples.
Okay.
The name of the album is called Last Supper. I'm on that too.
Okay.
So I'm
How do you
everywhere.
actually incorporate other artists on your production, man? I mean, do you be feeling their chemistry to the point you say, well, listen, you know, I'm going to put you down as being a part of, you know.
I gotta respect them first.
Okay.
They gotta make sense.
And how do they actually get your respect, man?
I check them out. I gotta check their resume, and I gotta see how they walk. Like I gotta see if they take this serious or not. I can't mess with people that play with this, because I care too much about it. If you don't got the same love, we can't do it. We can't rock.
Okay. So Yonkers is in the house.
Always. Always.
You know, I'm just respecting you, man, for where you came from and where you want to be, you know, and you talk about your son. And that's cool that you're striving him in the right direction. Very important, man. You know, very important. You know, all I can say to you is don't give up on the love, man. You're very positive, you're very real, you know, and everybody should know that the brother's coming out with some stuff, and you guys go out there and listen to it and try to make it happen for him. So this has been another T-Lo video production. Got Distruct in the house, and you guys wait for his live performance coming up very soon on my show. Thank you.
It's the triple stack, baby.
Hey, what's up?
I go by the name of Grind Season Vague, and I introduce to you Distruct.
That's the best of both worlds. A vibe mixed with the skill. Took a whole lot of hunting just to get this meal. Them wanting me not to have it made me want it more. Whoever they say is the greatest, that's who I'm gunning for. Didn't have nothing, so now I want it all. Claim to be purebred, but I can sense the mutton, y'all. The rap game is such a fucking ball, so many sound alike. Some are so trash, they shouldn't be allowed around the mic. I make them feel away cause they don't sound just like. Throw my rhyme and flow with impeccable control right down the pipe. Impact like a meteor, long you better leave me, dog. It's way safer playing with a Ouija board.
Cause you'll end up like a ghost, my baby. Don't play with us. Play with your mother. And I'll put that on mine. Let's go.
All I ask is to respect the recipe. Revised definition of what back to the essence mean. Stand the test of time like an evergreen. Menacing, don't try to do me dirty, that'll get you clean. In my own lane like my brother Count B. Added flavor to the game. It's insane to doubt me. I rep the 914 area proudly. Only quality releasing from my mouthpiece. Tough for them to wish you well when they trail you. Blunts and bottles every day to celebrate failure. They try to make me feel whack for evolving, but with a straight face, wonder why they don't see me often.
It's because our presence is a present. You're not gonna see us unless you run the bag up. One more time, Struck.
Yeah, it's rare hearing a grown man that rap like 1-5 and change. Skill level past Shaq High, son. I'm upper class when it come to this. It's ridiculously serious, even when I'm having fun with this. You really shouldn't want none of this. But if you want to stand in front of this code, I'll put you on my punish list. You should have been told you won't be a survivor. No one can revive you once I unalive you. I tagged hoes and they ain't nearly as potent. Was 4 of us, now it's just me, the last Ronin. Vegan Struck, get the racks, it's a fact. Our only purpose with these beats and verses is the black. I'll be over here in my own little world, man. Anybody that wanna join me is more than welcome to. Look, way too many weak rapping influencers. That's why I played the game with this lyrical influenza. No immunity for certain curtains if you went to my space. Invade your home and make it my place. I don't have opponents, only victims I face. The cockiest need to be concerned destruction. Got so much hate out here, I learned to love it. Fight for every inch by any means, I earn the bucks, kid. Tick, tick, boom. Neutralize the human bomb, yeah, I doubt that. You're not gangster just because you shout that. You talking tough, gotta prove you about that. You about that, you about that. You talking tough, gotta prove you about that. You about that, you about that. You talking tough, gotta prove you about that. You need to throw your whole flow away. Avoided this toll long enough, now you gon' overpay. The passion I have just won't go away. Yeah, they hear it, at the same time fear it. Could be standing right next to me, still nowhere near it. They wanna reach elite status, but don't revere shit. What else? Got a weird perception of a dope lyric. What else? With a straight face popping his top tish. This a foreign pen, can't pinpoint the origin from the project, but there's so much more to him. Warn your man is suicide to go to war with him. Not like the others, this is a serious sport to him. Of course he'll win no matter who it is across from him. Effortless, break 'em easy like porcelain. Never cuff, never face a judge or no jury. But I spit it so purely, they love this control fury, dog. Tick, tick, boom. Neutralize the human bomb, yeah, I doubt that. You're not a gangster just because you shout that. You talking tough, gotta prove you about that. You about that, you about that. You talking tough, gotta prove you about that. You about that, you about that. You talking tough, gotta prove you about that. 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 Talking tough, gotta prove you about that. Tick, tick, boom.
It's not just mine, his or her house. This is our house.